welcome to the class. This is Pilates and we are going to start with some joint mobility, right? Before we do anything more complex. It's very important to prepare the body. Whatever you've done today, for example, you were working from home and sitting all afternoon, right? This one is very good one to relax, to mobile your joints. And also if you've done some exercises today in the morning or afternoon, early afternoon, this one is good just to stretch and get ready for the weekend. What we need a mat. So have your mat, have your towel on the floor. It doesn't matter, you can have towel is good. As long as it is soft, should be fine. This class is nice and simple. The whole idea is not to make you do 1 minute plank or some complex Pilates basic exercises, right? It's all about just to mobile your body, support your back, get your core strong, to make sure you support your back, activate your glutes, mobile the whole body, stabilize your joints. That's the whole idea of this class. Because I cannot see you and I cannot correct you, I will try to guide you through every exercise and try not to give too complex exercises, because it's very important you are safe at home and no pain, right? So even if you have an injury, you're improving, right? And recovering from the injury. What we need to do, look at your feet, place your feet together in the middle of the mat or towel, whatever you have. You can take your socks off. I like my feet, I always say that, like my feet to be warm. So if your first time, you can take off your socks so you can feel free on the floor and you can feel the floor, because you need to spread your toes wide, right? I have quite free socks, so they are quite okay when I do any balance work. So from here, you're going to relax your arms. Imagine you have spaghetti arms, and relax your shoulders. Think about Christmas are coming, 3 months away. So imagine you are like on a Christmas tree decoration, someone pulling you up towards the ceiling, yeah? So you are not sinking down, you're opposite, you're stretching yourself up towards the ceiling. Take your toes out 45 degrees and you're going to find your setup position. Very important. We all different height, different hips, everything, right? So it's very important you as individual find your setup position. So it's not my setup position, it's yours. You have 2 bones here, touch those bones. Do you feel them? They are quite strong, right? So those bones you have in front, you are going to measure from those bones your knees and your toes in line, right? You can see my hip is wider, but my bones are here. So I'm not going hip wide like this. I'm going and measuring through my bones, very important. And your toes looking forward. Soften your knees. If you watch me from the side, we are not locking the knees. We are actually slightly soft. Yes, so I'm not sitting and I'm not locking, I'm in the middle, just a little bend. The reason why we do that, so when you do your pelvis movement forward and back to find your neutral spine, so you feel in neutral position, right? So take your hands on your hips and we're going to find neutral spine, pushing your hips forward and back. It's actually your pelvis moving forward and back, and you can see my knees are bent when I do it. You're moving forward and back very slowly, engaging your core, your belly button going towards your spine, your belly button towards your spine. If you have any pain, reduce range of movement, and we're going to stop in the middle. Do you see me? It's not forward, it's not back, it's in the middle, right? So this is where all back pain comes from. Sometimes the position of the back, weak core or weak glutes can cause the problem in your back, right? So you have that neutral spine, you have that setup position, and we are going to relax your arms now. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in and out. And when you're breathing, you need to imagine you have straw in your mouth. You breathe in through your nose. And when you breathe out through your mouth, you're going to blow bubbles, because you have straw in your mouth, into the cup of water. Like, you know, kids like to play around. Breathe in and out. So you breathe in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. And we keep breathing. Breathe in and out. From here, we're going to think about tight belt around your waist, the setup position, and the first thing what we need to think about is your core. So your belly button going towards your spine, you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and tighten up your belt to the third hole. So your belly button in, third. So it's only 30%, you still have space, right? If you think about 10 holes in your belt, we're going only to the third. And one more thing we need to remember, it's your pelvic floor muscle engagement, very important. Your pelvis, right, is here on the bottom of your pelvis, your pelvic floor muscle pulling up. Like you want to go to the toilet is not available, and you're holding it there, midstream, pull up and hold till we finish the class, right? That's the feeling you should have. And we start with warm up. Breathe in, you roll your shoulders up. Breathe out, you roll your shoulders down. Breathe in and out. Slowly breathe in and out. We're moving slowly up, back and down. While we're moving, I'm going just to say, if you're not using your original name, and for example, for Marta, for Naz, I do not have your email, because I need to register you all. If you're leaving early, just make sure you leave your email address and your full name in the chat box. And you can do it just to me. You don't need to add everybody, just to Olga, and I will know your email and I will add you to my registration form, right? Breathe in and out. From here, we're going to breathe in and reaching with your shoulders up towards your ears and slowly down. Breathe in and slowly down, breathe out. Slowly breathe in, your shoulders going up towards your ears and down. Breathe in and out. Take your time, breathe in and slowly down. This one is very good for your shoulders. So if you have any tight shoulders or you're working from home near computers, this is just very good exercise I will give you just to relax, get blood supply into your system, get oxygen around your body. You're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. From here, we are going to bring your arms up, breathe in, and this time around, you're going to join your elbows close together, as close as possible, and slowly down. Imagine you want to scratch between your shoulder blades with your hands. Can you scratch? And slowly down. Breathe in, elbows coming close together, and slowly down. We're mobilizing your shoulders from every possible angle. So you will see I'm doing circular movement. We're going to go up and down, and we keep going, looking straight forward. What you want to have here, it's a long neck. I want to see your long neck. So when you're lifting your elbows up, you're keeping your shoulders down, away from your ears. And we keep moving, looking straight forward. From here, we're going to bring your arms forward. Extend your arms, keep your arms straight, and I'm going to turn around. You're going to stay where you are. Look at your feet, make sure you have nice setup position. Do you see my soft knees? And you see my pelvis? It's not forward, it's not back, it's in the middle. That's your neutral spine. Lift your chest slightly up and squeeze between shoulders. Breathe in, keep your hips in the same position. You're going to mobilize your shoulders at the same time, your back and your neck. Breathe in, you're looking up all the way and down. So there is this exercise, 3 in 1, right? You're going to follow your hand, you move your arm, and also you're going to move your head and mobilize your neck. Breathe in, circular movement, breathe out. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And we keep going, breathe in and out. Take your time. Very good. So this one is very good. So you're keeping your hips in the same place and you're rotating in your upper body and your arm is going forward, right? Back first, circular movement forward. So you're also mobilizing your spine. Breathe in. Simple exercises like this just give you a good mobility in your shoulders. So if you have any sore shoulders, any injuries, it's very good just to mobilize and stabilize your joints. And relax. Breathe in and out. Roll your shoulders. From here, we're going to activate your upper back. I'm going to turn around. You can stay where you are. Breathe in. You're going to look straight forward. Extend your arms. Do you see my arms in line with my body? So I'm not forward with my hips. I'm staying in the same line. And push my arms back as far back as possible, activating your upper back. So you can see I'm still softening my knees, so I'm not locking my knees. And again, breathe in, looking straight forward, breathe out, pushing your arms back as far back as possible without changing position of your body, right? Breathe in, keep your arms close towards your head, and breathe out, push your arms back. From here, you're going to breathe in. And when you breathe out, you're going to multitask and look to your right. Squeeze between shoulder blades. Breathe in, arms going up. You look forward. And breathe out, you look to your left. Remember, when you're going up and down with your arms, your body staying in the same position. We keep moving up, breathe in. And slowly breathe out. Up, breathe in, extending your arms, and slowly breathe out. Mobilizing your neck at the same time as well as your upper back. Breathe in, pushing your arms back, breathe out. Breathe in, and out. Breathe in, and out. Last one, breathe in, and again take your arms out to the side. From here, what we are going to do, we are going to turn your arms facing front, so facing your face, right? And from here, you're going to breathe in, and the way how we're going to activate your upper back by squeezing your shoulder blades and elbows going close together. Breathe in, slowly forward. Breathe in, squeeze between shoulder blades, breathe out. Breathe in, and slowly forward. Again, we're activating your upper back in a different way, right? A little bit more squeezing between shoulder blades. Squeeze, keep your arms up, 90 degrees angle, and come back 90 degrees. Breathe in, squeeze, breathe out. Keep your knees soft to protect your back. So it's not forward, it's not back, it's in the middle. And we keep going, squeezing, working on your upper back. Very good one. Improving your posture, so when you walk, you're not walking like this, you're lifting your chest, your back is strong, and your position is good. And now from here, you're going to relax your shoulders. From here, we're going to mobilize your neck. Breathe in, look to your right, tuck your chin down very slowly to your left. Breathe in and slowly down. If you have any pain in your neck, so make sure you do very slowly and decrease range of movement. So do smaller range if you have any injury. Any injury, you still can move, just make it smaller, not bigger. And for those who is okay, you can do a little bit bigger range of movement, mobilizing your neck. and relax, looking straight forward, roll your shoulders. From here, we are going to work on your balance. It's all about tight belt around your waist. You're going to place your hands in front in a 90 degrees angle. Imagine you hold something like two handles, you know, and there is something behind you. For example, you are standing close to the wall. Yeah, you're standing close to the wall and you're very, very strong upper body. And what we are going to do from this position, we are going to extend your right leg, tighten up your belt. Remember that tight belt around your waist, and by holding that position, watch me, I'm just going to lift my leg up and slowly down. You see, nothing else is moving. I'm not leaning, I'm not moving. It's just my leg. Activating your hip flexors, working on your core balance, right? And also on your quads. Very good exercise for your quads. If you're losing balance, you hold the wall. You do the same. Hold the wall with one hand and we keep going. Breathe out when you go up and breathe in when you go down. So this one helps your hip flexors if you have any injury, mobilizing your hip and also strengthening your quads. You lift it up, you feel nice burn in your quads and slowly down. Remember, you can hold the wall or you can do it in the middle. Up to you. If you just first time today and you feel really out of balance, it's all there. So that's how we're challenging our core. How do we know if our core is strong? If you feel you're going, right, and you are not stable, so you need to work a little bit harder, right? So that's indications that your core is quite weak, but you can improve it quite quickly with those exercises. So hold the wall till you get stronger. At first maybe with 5 fingers, and then next week with 4, and then with 1, and then just keep guidance. Almost hold the wall, but not really. And then you will be able to really feel. Do you feel nice burn in your quads already? Remember, you're holding handles in front of you, standing close to the wall. Imagine you're close to the wall, your body doesn't move. Just your leg. How does it feel? Really good, right? Around your quads. And stretching your leg like ballet dancers, stretching in front. So really feel that, right? And slowly relax. Now, if you have back problem, you should start just here, and when you get stronger, then you can go higher, right? So if you have any pain, decrease the range of movement. Now we're going to do the same with your left. Lift your chest, squeeze between shoulder blades. Imagine you're holding 2 handles in front of you, and you're going to breathe out and breathe in, staying upright. And we keep going. So when we're standing and moving, it's just your leg. Try not to move anything else. That's a challenge, right? Just your leg. Extending on the way down. Point your toes. Point your toes. Even your toes are stretching. And we keep going. Keep stretching and keep lifting higher. So if you don't have any injuries, you can challenge yourself and really work on your quads here. Really working on your quads, holding tight. Really think about control through your core. Control through your core. It's quite easy exercise, but it's quite challenging. You kind of feel like slightly out of balance, right? Very good. And relax. It's nice burn in your quads, right? What we are going to do, after this good exercise for your quads, we are going to stretch your quads. You hold the wall so you don't need to think about your balance. Take your right leg up, and now you're going to push your pelvis slightly forward so you can feel your quads stretch. So we've done quads, we stretch quads. Pelvis going slightly forward, lift your chest, tighten up your belt. Imagine you have tight trousers on, belly button going towards your spine, and pushing your hips a little bit more forward, stretching your quads. And slowly change. Push your hips slightly forward, and of course if you feel confident you can do it in the middle, pushing your hips forward from here. So as you can see, I give you so many options. You can stand in the middle, pushing your hips forward, and also try to engage your core so you don't go everywhere with your upper body. So that's all about that control what we have in your core. And if you're not ready for this, just hold the wall. That's a good one. Keep your knees close together, pushing your hips slightly forward, and relax. Nice one. Roll your shoulders. We are going back to balance. So look at your feet, make sure it's not too wide. You're going to lift your toes up, high up. Push your heels down, lift your toes, and spread them wide, like octopus. Wide, wide, wide. Glue your toes on the floor. The reason why we need to glue your toes on the floor, when you're pushing through your heel and you go up and controlling it through your core, you can feel that you are stable, right? You glue your toes, spread them wide, so all 10 on the floor. From here, we start with your hands on the hips. Breathe in, and when you breathe in, you lift yourself up. At first, you can just go slightly up, and then slowly down. And then you ready, go higher up and push away through the floor. Again, you can hold the wall, lift as high as possible, lift it more, extend your legs now, you don't need to soften your knees, and it's here in your core, tight belt, and slowly down. The challenge is to go slowly up, which usually quite okay, but then stability and slowly down, so we don't drop down. That's a challenge. Breathe in, lift, and slowly down. At first, maybe for a couple of times, you are not going to go high till you're used to it, till you're used to about. You also need to find center of gravity, so it's in the middle between your feet. So when you go up, don't go up forward too much because you will be out of balance, and don't lean back, so it's straight up. Imagine you are that Christmas decoration. Yes, you are pulling yourself up towards the ceiling and slowly down. That's quite simple exercise, but it requires a lot of control. And I will tell you the secret. When you breathe in, you go up, and when you go down, you breathe out. That will give you more control. Breathing really helps. And we keep going and we keep pushing. You're really pushing through your heel, up and slowly down. And you can extend your legs now. And we keep going and keep challenging your balance. As I said, don't worry if you cannot go all the way up. It will, if you come every week, you will improve with every week. When we came back from lockdown, everybody was a little bit out of balance, right? And now we're all alright. We are back to normal, almost back to normal. Depends where you are. And relax, relax. Good one. Now we are going to work on your glutes. Very important. It's all connected to your back. Very simple exercises, but they are really important for your back. The reason why it's important, because usually we are not walking backwards, right? You don't see people walking backwards. You see some strangers walk backwards, but they usually are the ones who do some exercises for the glutes, right? You are not going to run after the bus backwards, right? That's why our quads usually stronger, because we're doing everything. We're moving upstairs. So that's why sometimes we have this back problem, because of weak glutes. So what we do, look at your feet, toes looking forward, and what you do, you join your heels together, but you keep your toes where they are, right? So from here, I want you to imagine you have apple between your inner thigh. This is inner thigh, right? So you squeeze apple with your thighs and extend your legs. And at the same time, you squeeze your butt. And what I want you to do, you're going to touch and make sure it's like a stone. Is it like a stone? If not, squeeze more. Yes, you really squeeze it. Good. And that's how you activate your glutes. So from here, you're going to extend your arms and imagine you have a big ball in front of you. Breathe in, squeeze your glutes, squeeze apple between your thighs, and then you're going to go down and release. Release your apple, and then squeeze your apple and your thighs. The reason why we're holding your arms like this is just for balance. It's harder to do it if your hands down. So imagine you just have a big tree in front of you, you're hugging the tree or the ball in front of you, you know, that medicine ball, and you just hold. And remember to squeeze your glutes and your thighs together. Squeeze on the way up. Release on the way down. And we're staying upright, yes, we're staying upright. I'm really squeezing my glutes. Yes, it's all strong. And we keep going. We're still there. This is a very good one for your glutes, for your thighs. And of course, if you are injured, don't force it. And also you realize you need to push your heels down so you work on your Achilles and your calves, right? Mobilizing also. If you feel tight around your calves, I'm going to stretch your calves today so you feel much better. Usually if your work is standing, you're standing most of the time, that can be very hard on your legs. And we keep going, pushing away with your heels pushing down and really squeezing and breathing. Breathe out and breathe in and breathe out, squeezing your glutes and relax. Relax all your shoulders. Perfect. Now we're going to go a little bit lower, right? So what we do, remember that exercise when we were going up and down, we are going to put another exercise into this sequence so you can balance a little bit more and work on your quads and glutes at the same time. When you go up, you're going to reach up towards the ceiling. When you go down, you're going to place your hands on your shoulders. And when you go back with your hips, you're going to extend your arms in front, look down, make sure you take your feet a little bit apart so it's more comfortable. And when you go up, you squeeze your glutes, right? But do not push your pelvis forward when you squeeze your glutes. It's all in neutral position. That's important, right? So you breathe in, and when you go down, you push your hips back. Breathe in on the way up. And push back. And remember, when you're up, you squeeze your glutes before you go up again. Squeeze. And when you squeeze your glutes, you keep those glutes squeezed when you go up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes, go up towards the ceiling. Do you feel more stable? You see that core and your glutes, they really help that balance. Do you feel the difference now? You're not feeling out of balance anymore because you're really stretching your legs, your glutes, and you're really pushing away your very strong legs. Mobilizing your calves, your ankles, and we keep going. The reason why I'm getting so excited about Pilates, you know, when I talk about Pilates, it feels like I'm talking about ice cream or chocolate, right? Did you realize that? We keep going and listen to my story. The reason why I'm so excited is because I gave birth 18 months ago and he's still smiling and reaching up towards the ceiling, right? And my back went, it was locked down, and we're still moving and listening to my story. And one day I woke up and I could move. I just couldn't roll, I couldn't stand up, and I was crying in pain. I couldn't sit. I even couldn't go for a walk. So it took me 6 months to go back. And the first thing I was doing, simple exercises, helped me to get back into it. Things like this, simple mobility exercises, right? And relax. That's why if it helps you too, I will be very happy, right? So now think about that tight belt again. And when I say belt, you're thinking like about you put your favorite trousers on, but they're quite like 3 sizes smaller and you keep it there, right? So we are going to move on onto mobility of your back, which is very important. You're going to breathe in, take your hands out, and we're going to go to the side, breathe out. Mobilizing your spine, breathe in, mobilizing your spine, breathe out. We're going side to side, at the same time you are stretching across, as well as mobilizing your spine. And we keep going, side to side. Keep your feet, remember, hip bone level, so your hip bones, your knees under, and stretching as much as possible. Think about that tight belt, that's important. Without that tight belt around your waist, your core doesn't work. That's why I talk about it a lot. Because when you start moving your hands, for example, you forget about your core, or you moving your legs and you forget about your core. Great. And from here we relax. Roll your shoulders. And it's time to go down on the floor. I usually do like 15 minutes, but it depends what we are doing, because we have some people who are first time, we are going to do a little bit less, right? What we do is standing in a setup position, one side of your mat, one side of your towel. If you have a carpet, then it's perfect, you don't really need anything, just maybe mat. Yes, as long as it's soft, it's good. Breathe in, and you're going to start with your chin, tuck your chin down, look at your belly button first, make sure you soften your knees. Look at your belly button, following your belly button, rolling yourself down. Rolling, rolling, and when you reach your coccyx bone, this is a tailbone, last bone in your spine here, I'm pointing here, you're going to roll yourself back up. So you're rolling your back up into the setup position. And what I want you to do, every time you roll, you're going to follow your belly button and your eyes will be on your belly button. Look at your belly button, look at your belly button, and when you go up, you're still looking at your belly button. If you have tight hamstrings and tight legs, you will feel a little bit of a pain. Also, if you have tight glutes, also you might feel some pain in your legs when you're rolling down. So what you do, you just do how much you can to improve your mobility. Every time you can go lower and lower every week, you will be able to do it better, right? So maybe not today, but start nice and slow, step by step, rolling yourself down, looking at your belly button, and slowly up. And then you're going last time, you're going to roll yourself down, and when you reach the floor, you're going to go on your knees, extend your arms and push your hips back, and you're going to stretch here. Extend your arms, pushing your hips back towards your heels and take your knees apart. This is a very nice position to stretch. Hold it here. Relax, pushing your hips back, extending your arms. And from here, we're going to turn around and I'm going to show you some simple exercises for your core. What you do, you have two options. You can travel along your thighs, back of your legs, supporting yourself. And if you're all right, you start with your tailbone, that's a bone there, coccyx bone. You're going to roll yourself slowly down. vertebra by vertebra. You see how slow I'm going? I'm not dropping, I'm controlling the movement through my core. And today we are going to do just 2 exercises for your core. Very simple exercises. We call it bicycle. We're going to lift your feet up and watch what I'm doing. If you are injured, you see me here, I'm doing bicycle more up. That's for those who are injured. And when you're ready, you see my leg going almost touching the floor, pushing the lower back. Do you see my lower back there? I'm going to move my hands away, pushing the lower back towards the ground. So when you always do any work on the floor, I do not want to see any gap in your lower back. So there is no gap. So you're pushing the lower back down, and when you're ready, you're only allowed to go lower if you do not have pain or your back is in that neutral position. So your pelvis is parallel to the floor. Or I would say not even pelvis, your pubic bone. Yes, parallel, so it's not arching, because when you start arching the back, this is when pain starts to come. And we're extending as much as possible, and we're going lower down when you're ready. And we keep going, keep breathing. Remember, that's important. Keep going. Keep breathing. Still there. Still there. Still there. Very good. And we're going lower down. Remember, when you're ready, that's very good for your lower abs. Very, very good. Relax, bend your knees. That's the first one. And the second one is going to be backwards bicycle when you're going to go back. The same idea, but watch me. You're going to go back and extend your legs. You see, when you are ready, you can start here. You see how I do it? I'm extending my leg while other leg is bent, and then it's in a circular movement. That's why I call it bicycle, because then it's easier to understand. Because people start to do something like this, like naughty baby, right? So that's not what we do. We are going extending with control and moving lower when you're ready, pushing the lower back, and we keep going. Pushing lower back down. That will help a lot. And we keep going and keep listening to my story. Very important. Do you see people putting hands underneath, just where the hips are, and doing the same? It's all right to do it, but the problem with this, your pelvis is in the wrong position. It's kind of release pain in your back, but your core is not getting stronger. What's happening? You keep going, keep going. What's happening? Because your hands are here, I do not feel any core engagement. My core now is completely relaxed. Why? Because all those hands doing all the hard work. You see, I can do this and my core is not working. That's why I always suggest better start here, push your lower back, and when you get stronger, then you can go lower. So by putting hands down, where I just showed you, you just disengaging your core, and then you're not improving anything. Yes, it is easier. It is maybe your back is not hurting as much, but you're actually not improving your core strength. But relax. It's a good option if you have like severe injury, right? So it depends. So some people put it to release the back pain, right? When you do that. But just remember, if you want to improve your core, push your lower back Keep it stable and strong and start with higher movements. And then improve to lower movements when your core is stronger. That's my suggestion. But of course, this is good just for recovery, right? And the last one we are going to do, it's called 100. You're going to lift yourself up. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn your hands out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do it with your head on the floor, but you see how I do it. I control the movement through my core. I'm not moving my hands. I'm not moving my elbows. Keep your hands straight. And it looks like this. So it's all there. If you lift yourself higher, you will feel it more. You're ready to go 100. Ready? Let's go. Last exercise for the day. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn your hands out. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's already 10, so you need to do another 9. Breathe in and out for 5. So you don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 100. You're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn hands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it 10 times and that's your 100. Looking at your belly button, extending your arms, pushing faster. Keep going, so your arms are moving very fast and your body is staying very controlled through your core. Try to look at your belly button when you do it and you're breathing. And that's your breathing. And we keep going till it's 100. Till it's 100. Now make sure it's not 200. And remember, you can do it with your head down, but you still have strong arms and you still need to feel your core and control through your core. Your arms moving fast. That's why I feel my core. Even when my head is down, I feel my core. And relax. I think it was 100. We almost done 200, I think. And push very slowly. From here, we're going to stretch. Go onto your mat. We're doing cat stretch around your back just to release. After all that hard work, release your back. Looking at your belly button, tuck your chin. And when you're ready, tuck your toes, push your hands back, push your heels down, roll yourself up. Roll, roll, roll. Breathe and roll. How does it feel? I feel nice burn in my abs, right? So that was a very good one. 3 simple exercises just will give you that a nice, strong core. Not straight away, maybe after a couple of months. Maybe not couple, maybe 4, 5 or 6. Depends how you work, right? Breathe in and breathe out all the way down. Breathe in, all the way down. And last one, extend your arms, relax your shoulders, roll your shoulders, give yourself a nice gentle shake, and you're ready for the weekend. Thank you very much. Good work today.